It's me versus me. That's one of the things I love most about running. It doesn't really matter what the person next to you can do. The real competition is the version of you that turned up yesterday. And when you first start running, progress can come quickly. You run further, your pace starts dropping, and then suddenly it stops. You're still putting the miles in, you're still working hard, but you are just not getting faster. I've been there too, and along the way I've realised there are a few simple mistakes that can hold you back. So, here are the 5 things I wish I understood sooner about getting faster at running.
So I used to think that every single run that I did had to be hard. It was kind of balls to the wall, make your eyes bleed, and if I didn't come back with blood running out of my eyes, then it wasn't a good run, and that just is not the case. You need to be giving yourself 3 different runs per week. 1 is a long run, 2nd is a tempo, and the 3rd is an interval session. Now the reality is you can't just go out every single run and run hard, mainly because your nervous system isn't able to sustain super intense runs every day of the week. And 9 times out of 10, what a lot of people do wrong is they'll go out really hard, really hot, really fast, every single run, and find like after the 3rd or 4th run, they kind of hit a brick wall. And the reason this is because your nervous system has 2 states. It has the rest and digest and the fight and flight. When we're running, we go into the fight or flight state, meaning your nervous system is under enormous stress. And if you just keep hammering your nervous system in this fight or flight state, eventually you're going to hit this brick wall. So the solution to this is to make sure that you have 1 easy run in the diary every week. And that easy run should be in zone 2, maximum zone 3. Zone 2 is kind of like your heart rate at no more than like 135 beats per minute. And what this is going to help you to do is to build endurance, build fitness, get your base, your aerobic fitness to a certain level where you can actually run faster. Mistake number 2. I didn't understand what an easy run actually was. When I first started running, I thought every run needed to feel like I'd actually done something. If I finished a run feeling fresh, part of me thought, well, what was the point of that? But that's something over time that I've completely changed my thinking on. An easy run should feel easy. For me, that means keeping an effort controlled, generally around zone 2, and most importantly, running at a pace where I could comfortably hold a conversation. I'm not chasing pace. I'm not trying to beat yesterday's run. I'm just trying to get the miles into my legs without creating loads of unnecessary fatigue. And weirdly, one of the biggest things I've learned about trying to run faster is that sometimes you need to learn how to run slower. Mistake number 3, I was inconsistent. And the reason I was inconsistent was mainly because I was running all of the time, and all of those runs that I was doing were pretty much the same. They were all like either interval sessions or tempo sessions, really hard. I was going out for like 90% of my max heart rate. And subsequently what that does is it makes you overtrain. And when you overtrain, you just can't perform properly. And more importantly, the consistency goes out the window. And the way to avoid that, referring back to mistake number 1, is to make sure you're mixing up your runs each week, doing the easy run, the tempo sessions, and the intervals. Mistake number 4. I completely underestimated recovery. When I started taking my running more seriously, I thought progress happened during the workout. Run harder, train more, do another session. But what I've started to realise is that the training is only half of it. Your body still has to recover from what you've asked it to do. And recovery isn't just sitting on the sofa doing nothing. It's sleep, eating properly, it's hydration, it's managing stress, and sometimes it's simply knowing when to back off. Especially when you've got work, family, and a normal life happening around your training. You don't get fitter from consistently battering yourself into the ground. You give your body the stimulus, then you give it the opportunity to adapt. And that's probably one of the biggest lessons that running has taught me so far. Last but not least, number 5. I expected progress way too quickly. It's really easy to become obsessed with pace and heart rate and VO2 max and all that sort of good stuff, when the reality is, like most good things in life, it just takes time and hard work. And I learned the hard way that ligaments, tendons and connective tissue take a lot longer to catch up with your progress, let's say, and speed than, say, your aerobic fitness. Your aerobic fitness can come along really quickly, but the connective tissues and tendons and all that sort of good stuff takes a lot of time. So I guess the main premise of this, we've done a full circle with this whole video. At the end of the day, be patient, because as I just said a moment ago, most good things in life take time and hard work. And at the end of the day, it's simply you versus you.